Well, it's not that we tax too little in the state of Kentucky. We spend too much. And until we can get our arms around spending, we don't need to talk about taxing. It's like if we started a business, this group here today, and we allocated so much money to it, but we had a revenue, if we ran out of money, before we would allocate more money to it, we'd want to know where the money went that we allocated to begin with. And that's what we don't have in state government today. We don't have a good handle on everywhere we're spending taxpayer dollars, how much it's costing it, and how inefficient it might be. So again, it's not a fact that we tax too little, we spend too much, and we've got to get our arms around our spending before we start talking about taxing the people of this state.
How do you propose getting, as you said, getting your arms around spending? I mean, are there specific areas that you think that should be cut that have not to this point?
Yeah, you know, that's interesting that you bring this up. For one thing, and let me just cite you an example of something that stuck in my mind just yesterday. I was in Louisville, coming back from Louisville, and I drove by the Yum Center, brand new, beautiful sports facility up there, and I saw Yum brands on the side of it, and KFC and Taco Bell and whatnot, and it gave the impression that that company built that facility, when really at the end of the day, we built that facility in large measure, or we allocated a large portion of tax dollars to build that facilities, and there are other facilities not too unlike that one across the state of Kentucky that I think we would have to question some of the capital expenditures that we've made in years past and be more prudent on how we spend these dollars. I think that we could put a system in place where we require every government agency, every state cabinet to come in front of a board of legislators and justify the money that they're going to be allocated, the money that they're going to be spending. That alone would give us a better handle on how we're spending our money and if we're doing it in an efficient and fair way.
With you had said that the issue is first address whether you're spending too much before you look at how much you're generating with the revenue. Some of the discussion with tax reform has centered upon where the state and how the state derives its revenue, not necessarily the amount of revenue. For instance, sales tax versus income tax, and whether the Kentucky's tax system has kept up with changes in the economy. Apart from changing specific rates, I mean, do you think that the tax system as it's set up now is sustainable over the long term to avoid budget shortfalls like the state's seen recently?
Well, do we have an antiquated tax code? We probably do. Are there other states that are doing it better? I'm sure that they are. Do we need to look at these states that are doing it better and more efficiently? Yes, we probably do. But again, I'm not anxious to look at rewriting the tax code until we rewrite the spending code in this state.